Good morning, it's the morning of day 2. Everyone slept pretty good as far as I know. Until about 4:30 we had a fair bit of rain come through, so we're just letting the swags dry out a little bit. Everyone's down at the barbecue area where we're staying. I'm not even sure what the name of the place is where we're staying, but I'll find out before we leave. Danielle's bike, we've taken all the panniers off and we've chucked them on Mark's bike to just try to make it a little bit easier for her today, and get some of the weight off her after an epic crash yesterday. But yeah, we're just going to grab a coffee and slowly pack up here and then get on the road today. We've got to get to Mt Gambier, where we'll be staying at an old jail. Just slowly starting to pack up camp. Almost done. Hit the road soon. So we're all packed up. We're just assembling down here, just have a final coffee and put our wet weather gear on, and then we're going to get on the road. So we're just backtracking out of Port Campbell. It's the morning of day 2. We're just backtracking to go have a look at the 12 Apostles. We didn't have a look on our way in last night. It was had the sun behind them, so we're just going to backtrack about, I think it's 7 or 8 k's to have a look at that. We've lightened Danielle's bike up. Last night Lockie and I transferred the panniers onto Mark's bike just to make it a bit easier for her, but the old mozzies were friendly last night trying to do it. So the place we stayed at was quite good, the facilities were good, but the mosquitoes were shocking. So anyway, let's hopefully today isn't as eventful as yesterday in the way of issues, but I might not be able to film as much as I'd like to with the rain, but we'll just see how we go. A lot better not having to ride into that headwind. You know, you can already see that the bike's performing a lot better. You know, you can get it up to 70-80 kilometers an hour pretty easy. It'd be good if we had this tailwind the whole way to Mt Gambier, but we're unfortunately, once we look at the 12 Apostles, we'll be turning around and riding back into it. So it looks like we're coming up to the 12 Apostles, maybe the parking spot here. I can see them all pulling over on the side of the road. So they're all thinking about it. Yeah. Down here, the 12 Apostles. So just fueled up at Port Campbell, where we stayed last night after looking at the 12 Apostles, and now we're going to start heading towards Mt Gambier. I think we're going to stop at Warnable to try to get a spark plug cap for Danielle's bike, the one that got ripped yesterday in the crash, the epic crash. But yeah, hopefully this rain stays away. So I've just got the camera back on now. It's been raining all morning from Port Campbell to Warnable. I think we're about 10 or so k's out of Warnable. But yeah, haven't been able to film much of the trip up to here just because the rain's just so intense. Coming up into Warnable now, there's a big sign there. I got Tracy in front of me. You can always tell it's Tracy because she's got that little yellow smiley face on that right hand pannier. And then you've got Danielle is in the pink, and then my brother Mark's now got the yellow panniers, so sort of starting to learn how to identify everyone when we're in this big convoy. And Venture's got the big bright orange backpack. The steel shop back there in Warnable had the spark plug cap. It's not for the bike or whatever, but it'll be a whole lot better than what we've got jimmied up here at the moment. You know, Pete done a really good job of MacGyvering it so we could get out of trouble, but this will make it a bit more waterproof and better, especially with the weather that we've got. So when we stop for lunch, wherever that is, I think we're going to try to fix it up a bit better than what it is now. Just rolling through Warnable now. So we just stopped back there at the servo, and we just topped up a few of the bikes and had some lunch, and now we're heading towards Mt Gambier. I don't know if there's someone we're stopping between here and Mt Gambier. I actually didn't speak to anyone about that, but just coming out of Warnable, had to pull over on the side of the road there and just catch up as a group. It was a bit hectic trying to get all of us out of there, because that main street of Warnable there's like relatively busy, so trying to get us all pulled out and together was a bit challenging. So we just had to pull over on the side of the road and let everyone catch up. But we're all back together now. Got a few riders behind me. Danielle, Lockie with the big swag. That's how you can tell it's Lockie. He's got the swag with I think 3 mattresses in there or whatever he's doing. Venci's got the yellow, not the yellow, the orange backpack like we saw earlier. And the grey jacket, you don't see too much of Wayne, but he's on the CT200. You don't see too much of him because he's normally following behind everyone just to make sure they're all right, which is a noble thing to do, especially sitting behind these very slow bikes. But he's been behind us most of the way, but that's him up there in the grey jacket with the white helmet, and also the bigger bike. That's quite noticeable. So we're just cruising this back road, just got off the main road, makes it a bit easier. I've got Pete in front of me here. You can pick him with the hard panniers, the red jerry can panniers with the 2 black bottles on the back, and also the yellow and black helmet. And in front of him, I don't know if it shows up, he got a tanned coloured bladder. That's Luke. He's the group's misfit. He's always doing wheelies and whatnot, which is pretty cool. He's about the only one that can do them. So hopefully by day 3 we might get some wheelie lessons. Not sure what they're doing on the bridge here. A lot of steel plates, and doesn't look like it's in the best nick. Now it's starting to rain. The roads are in pretty ordinary nick in some bits and in some parts, eh? Just trying to stay in Tracy's slipstream here, but oh, I'm running out of fuel. What's going on in the reserve? Oh, Pete just checking in with me. Having to use Luke's pump because at the servo went to use the servo's pump and it doesn't work, so it let his tyre down. So now he's having to pump it up. So we're on a bit of dirt. Wayne just come past on the CT200 there. I think it'll take Danielle a little bit of getting used to. So the weather today's been absolutely horrible. It's just been on and off rain, but it's starting to rain here at the moment. I just got to keep the way I've got the GoPro wired up with the mic, the back of it's exposed, so I just get a bit concerned about that. But I might have to pull over in a second and just cover it up because we're heading into a pretty bad rain cloud. So we're just scooting down this dirt road here that Venci found. It's starting to piss down a little bit, but we'll just have to deal with that. bit slippery there. So there's a mountain of water on the side of the road here. Just sitting in Tracy's slipstream at the moment. It's the only way I'm able to keep up with them, eh? So everyone's sort of doing this a little bit, getting behind the rider in front. Some people have a little bit more powerful bikes or less loaded, but yeah, it definitely makes a big difference. Just had some idiot come past before and overtake us on doubles and sort of cut in on Danielle a bit. She's pulling over. See what's going on here. You all good? So just pulled over on the side of the road. Wayne's fueled up the bike after Danielle's had her second stack, ran out of fuel again and stacked again. So Wayne had a bit of fuel that we've tipped in there, so we get going again. So that was a little bit of excitement. She definitely gets in a bit of a panic when the bike starts chugging out of fuel. Oh, that one was actually quite hilarious. The first one, I didn't get that on camera. That was a little bit more serious, the first one, but that one was a laugh, and she's in good spirits about it too, bless her. So I've had a little bit of a break in the weather. With the rain, that is, the wind's still strong as. It's been a pretty drama-free kind of day. Just dealing with the wind and the rain, really, except for Danielle's tuck and roll maneuver. It still cracks me up. That she did back there when she ran out of fuel. I think she wanted to because I didn't get the first one on camera. I think she just wanted to reenact for everyone of how she panics when she runs out of fuel. It's actually pretty nice through here. Able to get the bikes up to 80. These nice plantations. It's quite good as long as no wallaby or wildlife come out of these ferns. I think it should be fine. I thought we would have seen some of the others by now. I'm not sure how far exactly since Danielle ran out of fuel and crashed, but Wayne had a few litres that were thrown in the bike just in single litre bottles, or maybe even 750ml, I'm not too sure, but they look like litre, but hopefully we run into them soon, because I'm not sure how far that 2 litres is gonna... You'd think it'd get a fair way, but if it's using that much fuel, like if it got topped up with a jerry can, yeah, I don't know. Well, hopefully we find them. Hopefully we don't run out of fuel again. But Danielle's bike's definitely using a lot more fuel than anyone else's. Probably just needs a bit of a smaller jet put in. It's probably just running a bit rich. Oh, there's everyone there. We might top it up with a jerry can. I love the advance warning now that she starts braking like 200 meters away. Just regrouping on the side of the road here. They were just waiting for us. We're going to fuel up some bikes with jerry cans.
filled theirs up. I filled hers up. Yeah. Oh. Just got everything about this stuff. I carried up to everything. I wouldn't.
Just going to try to stay in Luke's slipstream. It works quite good in keeping speed up. Got Tracy tucked in behind Pete there, and us three here. Just try to stay out of the wind. Oh no, that's not Tracy. That's Lockie. Sorry. You can tell by the massive swag it's Lockie. So sort of getting into a bit of the rhythm here behind Tracy. I fell away from that main group. I was playing around my camera, turning it on, and fell out of the slipstream, but Tracy came along and now I've jumped in hers, so she saved the day, keeping me up the front, keeping the bike being able to go at max speed. So just coming in at Nelson now. That was pretty cool, being able to slipstream like that. So Luke up the front there, he's got a big bore kit in his bike, and so he just plows through the headwind and everyone just tucks in behind him. It's pretty neat. So I just missed it. I wasn't able to turn the camera on in time, but we just went over the South Australian border. Oh, actually, no, the border might be up here. No, I'm pretty sure it was back there. Mark's actually a really good slipstream because he's got all these bags. I just got rounded up by the whole gang, and now I'm sitting behind him trying to catch back up. If I lose it, the wind just catches me and I'm just go nowhere. Good old Wayne, waiting for everyone to catch up. He's been really good this trip on just keeping an eye on everyone, eh? He's pulled up with me a few times. I've been having to deal with a few camera issues and whatnot. I think I'm going to get rounded up by Danielle now. How embarrassing. It looks like she's getting into the swing of things. So it's so much better being out on these back roads without the line of cars and that behind you. Yeah, a lot better. You enjoy yourself a lot more without stressing about how many people you're holding up. You know, people are going about their day, getting home from work, going on holidays, and you know, not everyone wants to sit behind a little postie bike doing 60 k's an hour. So now we're on these back roads, we can just enjoy ourselves without having to worry about upsetting anyone. So it's quite nice now the sun's out. Just cruising this, it's quite a nice road. It's in good condition. You can see all the bikes up ahead. It's turned out to be quite a pleasant afternoon actually, you know, considering what we've sat through all day. It's good that it's the sun's out for this last part. So we've got into a bit of a rhythm now, you know, like people waiting on corners, so everyone knows where to go. And you know, Pete's really good at taking the time to stop on corners, and then he'll make his way to the front again, and then yeah, wait at the corner and make sure everyone's going the right direction, which is handy. Well, we've all found our rhythm a little bit more than when we first started, and we're getting separated and lost and scratching our heads going, what's happening here? But it all works out, eh? But I don't know what Pete's got done to his bike, but I'm full throttle now, and he's going to come cruising past on my right now. Just passing me like I'm stopped. So we'll have to have a chat to him later, and I don't know how his bike goes that quick, but mine doesn't. See, it's amazing once you get these slipstreams happening, just how much more performance you can get out of the bike, just getting rid of that wind. So just sitting behind Pete now, just cruising along nicely. So we're just heading into Mt Gambier. I got Mark in front of me with Danielle. The others a bit further up in front, but I dare say if there's any turn-offs, they'll have someone waiting for us. There they are on the left side of the road. Just get over. So the Mt Gambier Jail, this is where we're staying. It's supposed to be haunted, spooky dooky, as my kids would say. Got that beeper going, driving everyone nuts. So we arrived at the old Mt Gambier Jail. This is where we're staying, the haunted prison. So yeah, we'll just get our stuff to our bikes and go in there. Haunted cells. So this is the entrance to the jail when you first walk through the big double doors. It's a really cool looking place, eh? So here in the old exercise yard. Pretty cool joint, eh? Got the showers over there. We're staying in all the cell blocks up here. So there's 4 of us in the first one, and then yeah, we're all spread out.
Based on how far we want to walk, really.
Just to walk to there.
Yeah.
Is that your lunch?
This is like another little courtyard behind the cells where we're staying. Very cool joint, eh? So here's the prison yard after dark. We just had dinner at the RSL, which was nice. Really good actually. And just come back and about to get ready for bed. Here's the little cell. I love the light on top there. But yeah, just little bunks. Cozy enough, but for one night. So we'll see you in the morning.